fan, Phillips European Tour winner and PGA coach, and today's lesson is going to be how can we hit a high, soft landing iron shot. Sometimes we've got a tree bough in the way, we need to get that iron shot up more quickly. Other times the greens might be rock hard and we just want to get a slightly more softer landing shot, and we don't always want to do that by imparting more backspin on the ball. Sometimes we just want to create more height to create a soft landing. So a couple of instances there where this could be of use. Very simple changes we need to make. We need to shift the ball up in our stance. I've got a 6-iron here, so I'd normally be playing that from just left of my sternum. I'm going to shift that up. I'm going to step maybe 3 or 4 inches away from the target now, and I'm going to position the ball much more in line with my left armpit. So quite a considerable shift there if I'm going to really change trajectory, and I'm really going for a very high shot now. I'm talking about real extreme situations where we need to get over trees, as I described earlier there. So this is not a minimal change, it's quite an extreme change. Now, by moving the ball way forward in the stance, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to make our angle of attack much more shallow. The club's going to be coming in very horizontal to the ball there, and that's going to give us a higher launch. It's going to effectively add more loft to impact. The dynamic loft is going to be increased at impact for that reason. And the other thing it's going to do is it's going to alter our swing path a little bit. It's going to make our swing path be a bit more to the left of target. So for that reason, it's a good idea when we shift the ball up in our stance a lot to aim just a teeny bit to the right, okay? Just a teeny bit to accommodate for that change in swing path. Remember, we're keeping the club face very square here now, so because we're catching the ball later in the arc, the club's going to be moving a bit to the left, so we want that club face to still be square at impact. So we're going to aim a little bit to the right to accommodate for those 2 setup changes. Okay, let's go ahead and have a go. Much higher than normal ball flight there. Now, what you can experiment with a little bit also, if you're finding the flight's not going up as high as you want to, you can also experiment with a slightly earlier release. So what do I mean by that? Well, we don't want the shaft leaning this way if we want to hit a high ball. We want the shaft to be pretty much vertical, if you like, maybe a fraction ahead, but certainly we want to be airing towards feeling the shaft vertical. Now, if we've got lots of lag in our swing and we hold on to those wrist angles for a long time, we're going to get lots of forward lean, which we've just agreed we don't want. So this is something to experiment with, moving the ball forward, aiming a little bit to the right, as I said, but then feeling like you unhinge the wrists. So in your mind, you're imagining that the club is going to be very vertical at impact with the hands and club head in line, so you're going to feel that the wrists unhinge. Now, this is a dangerous move if you're a high handicap player. I wouldn't recommend this if you're between 18 and 30 handicap, but certainly for the lower echelon of handicaps there, it's worth experimenting with this, okay? Have fun when you practice. Don't just practice one shot all the time. Practice your high shots, your low shots, your draws and your fades. Experiment, that's how you get better. So I'm going to do just that here. I'm going to move that ball forward, but I'm going to also just try and feel a slightly earlier release of the club head. And in my mind, I'm imagining that the club head and hands are very level at that moment of impact. And I know that's giving me maximum loft. And again, I just got it a tad higher than the previous one because I released that a little bit earlier. I created a little bit more loft at impact. The danger there is we can hit the ground heavy and we can top the ball as well if we do it too much. But if you're a lower echelon player, as I was saying there, somewhere 15 to scratch maybe, it's worth experimenting with that early release. Maybe the higher handicaps, I would suggest you just move the ball forward and still keep your normal release pattern. Don't attempt the early release there, but a couple of different methods for higher and lower handicap players. Hope you enjoyed my video. As always, please subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying them. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and head over to my website www.vanphillips.co.uk. There's over 60 videos there on everything from the all-important psychology right through to some great putting tips. You'll enjoy it a hell of a lot.